Hello, everyone. Oh, forgot the glasses again. Hey, how are you doing? It's day 12. Oh my gosh, this is just zipping by so fast. I am loving what I'm seeing. I know things are getting a little harder, but just keep up with it. Just persevere, push through. You're going to be amazed at where you're going to be. And when you go back and look at day one compared to where you are at day 21, you are going to be amazed at what you have been able to accomplish, especially if you're being brave enough to get out there with and try sketchnoting on Sundays, or maybe listen to some TED Talks, which we're going to do next week. But anyway, just keep up the good work. I just love what you guys are doing. So today, day 12. So we'll get to that in a second. But before we get started, I just want you to start thinking about what your sketch note book is going to look like. Is it a blank sketch note? This is a blank sketchbook and it's a brown paper. I'm just kind of liking that. It's really simple. I just use a little white chalk pencil to highlight things from time to time. So that's great. But I wanted to explain to you, just take a minute and explain to you the bullet journaling system. So Ryder Carroll is the, I don't know, inventor or creator of the bullet journal. And I know that if you're on Pinterest or Instagram, you see all these people that just like, I don't know how they have time to do it, but they're just like, wow, just doing some amazing things with their bullet journals. My bullet journals are a hot mess because I've just got so much going on. So I don't have time to doodle and do nice things in my bullet journal. But I do love the system. And so I just wanted to show that system. And that's the system that I use for all of my sketchnoting and my quiet time and all that. So what I do is I leave the first couple of pages blank. And then I also write the page number down in the corner throughout the whole book. And then as I fill in those pages, as I have time, maybe I got a little time waiting for the sermon to start, I can go back and then start filling in with my index so I can find things easily. So I put the page number and the date, and then where we were, what was going on, maybe who the speaker was, maybe the topic, the title. Sometimes I draw a little icon. I'm going to show you this one here in just a second. So just to help you find things very quickly. Oh, I remember that one sermon and he talked about this and I need to go get that quote. I know I put that quote on that page, something like that. So you want to be able to find things quickly. So we use the bullet journal and then we're just numbering our pages. And then that way we have this very quick index that we can go back and find things. So I'm going to say, oh yeah, I remember when I drew the sun and we talked about Hebrews 3:13, which is one of my favorite verses. So, and I look down the list and go, oh, there it is on page 37. So I'm going to zip onto page 37 and voila, there it is, page 37. And this was in Mike Rohde, who's who coined the term sketchnoting, actually wrote the book Sketchnotes, does this a lot. He just takes the theme and just writes it diagonally across the paper. So I was just channeling Mike Rohde this day. But so obviously, and Randy Baker was speaking, so that would be that would be my husband. So sometimes he's an interesting one to follow. Because sometimes he's right on target, but a lot of times he's off topic. If the Holy Spirit gets a hold of him, he's really hard to sketch note. But obviously today I had a lot of time with him telling stories about his childhood in southern Missouri. So I had a lot of time to do this little basket weave pattern and draw this whole sun. And again, I got there early, and I'm pretty sure that I had all that kind of penciled in. And then I had a feeling by the end of the sermon I had this all done. And you'll see this one not perfect because I had a lot of space here. So I'm going to talk about spacing over the next couple of weeks. Actually, I'm going to be speaking of the rest of our challenge. I'm going to be speaking about various challenges that you might encounter and how to deal with them, things you might want to think about from just a really practical way when you are doing your sketch notes. So hopefully you can kind of incorporate some of those thoughts in making your sketchnoting experience more positive. But I want to get back to the book. So I've used a blank book. I got this at Walmart. I'm not in love with it because it's sort of separate on the edges. I didn't take a picture of that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I don't even know if I could show you, but so this is my book. I don't know how that's working, but you can kind of see here on the edges it's kind of separating. I think this book was like $8, and I was just like not real happy with it. So I'll probably glue it. You know, the paper's nice. I can't complain about the paper, but just the binding I'm not very happy with. So probably in the future I would not buy another one of these. The previous one I got was I got down at the Art Mart, which is like a Dick Blick's art supply kind of store. And I think it was probably $16. And, you know, it's fine if you're not ready to spend that kind of money. You know, maybe start with one of these. And let me see. I should be more prepared, but I'm not. There we go. So this book is from Walmart. I think it was like these larger books are maybe $12, but they have smaller sizes, which are $8. And again, they're dot grid paper and just really nice. And so that's a definite choice. And there's also, Walmart has sketchbooks that's starting in like under $5, just a half size, 8.5 by 5.5. So those are really nice, and their paper really is nice. So anyway, I just wanted to encourage you to maybe step it up just a little bit above that composition graph notebook. Definitely get rid of lines, you know. I know I kind of harped on that the first week, and I haven't seen too many lined paper, and that's good because lines going to make, you're just going to want to write more and draw less, and we want to draw more and write less. So, because that's just going to help our brains just absorb what we're hearing that much better. So, just want to plant a seed for you to really be thinking about the kind of book that you want to have. And then last week I shared with my red bag of courage, so I've always got my bag ready to go, and it's always in my bag. My pens are in my bag. I've got obviously a couple of sets of pens, one that never leaves the bag, so I'm always ready to sketch a note in a moment's notice. So ready to rock out of the door at church. I'm not going to be late for church. I've already got my bag. So got your bag, got your book. So be thinking about the kind of book that you want to use. And I just really like to, maybe I'll start a poll in the Facebook just to kind of see what you guys are thinking, what you guys are going to use. I'll probably do that next week, give you a little more time to think about that. So anyway, just want to share that. Let's get on to day 12. So trying to keep these videos as short as possible. So today, let's see, you are doing more patterns, and I promise those patterns are going to come in helpful over time because you've taken the time to draw them. And now we are lowering our lettering. We're lowering our mean line, right, with lettering, and that's going to create quite a different look. And we're practicing our bubbles and call out boxes. So in general, when we see a solid line of thing that's somebody speaking, and little clouds or somebody thought, little dotted line is a whisper. This could be an aha moment. You know, you can actually just draw it any way that you want. You don't have to stick to these conventions, but these are just typical conventions for when people are seeing this. That means, oh, someone's actually speaking. So this was my day 12. So I dropped the mean line there, and I kind of did some, and then I actually did kind of another little pattern here. And then our assignment today was to come up with a gratitude list. So I did some different kind of bullet numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and kind of gave them a little shading. So all I did was just draw a little triangle there and color that in, and it kind of looks like a piece of paper, you know, folded backwards. And I drew a couple of icons for my gratitude list. So, you know, not a big day today because we've got some other things coming up. So I just want to give you guys time to catch up and get everything done. And then I did a couple more call out boxes, you know, especially if you've got things building up in each other, you might want to do something like that. You know, so ABCD kind of thing. Anyway, hope this was helpful. And, oh, there we go. What else? So I do plan to continue this Facebook group and email and YouTube channel after the challenge is over. Probably just going to go to like a once a week kind of challenge to kind of put something out there to help you maybe do a prayer page or a gratitude page or page in life journal or a Bible study. But, because the whole point is how can we connect visually with our faith, and how can we walk deeper with the Lord being visual. And so my mind and the Lord has just been blessing me with tons and tons of ideas. So I've got a bazillion ideas I can't wait to share with you. But so just know that when we stay, so after our 21-day challenge, we have much more to do. So anyway, all right, till tomorrow, keep sketching, happy sketchnoting, and can't wait to see what you guys do in the Facebook group. Talk to you later.